This movie will have you questioning every old person you see. Let's do it. This is about these two siblings named Becca and Tyler who are going to visit their grandparents who they've never met. Because we learn that their mom, Loretta, hasn't talked to her parents, their grandparents, since she was a kid. Which, that's because Loretta fell in love with her high school teacher and they didn't approve. Wonder why. Ended up marrying him, having Becca and Tyler, but then he left her for another woman and abandoned his whole family. So she agrees to let Becca and Tyler go meet her parents while she goes on a cruise with her boyfriend. Becca and Tyler get there, they meet them, they refer to them as Nana and Pop Pop, and they seem super sweet. Now, this is a found footage style movie because the whole point is that Becca is making a documentary of meeting their grandparents for the first time. Becca and Tyler get to the farmhouse where their mother grew up, and they are instructed by Nana and Pop Pop that they can never go into the basement because there's mold down there. They are also given very strict instructions that bedtime is at 9:30 and they cannot leave their room after that point. Becca and Tyler don't really take this seriously, so the first night Becca leaves her room to go get some food and she sees Nana throwing up on the floor and just acting erratic. Next day, Becca and Tyler are playing hide and seek and we get this terrifying scene of Nana chasing Becca through the crawl space trying to play with them. Tyler eventually discovers a bunch of soiled, used diapers out in the shed where Pop Pop always is. Tyler's getting really freaked out by everything, but Becca keeps assuring him like they're old, it's fine. But then one day, Becca and Tyler are in town with Pop Pop, and he sees this man and is convinced that he's following them, and Pop Pop attacks this guy. Throughout this, they've been periodically video chatting with their mom, but Nana broke the camera on the computer. So they can see their mom, but she cannot see them. So Tyler tells their mom about their grandparents' increasingly bizarre behavior, and she, like Becca, is like, they're old, they're not all there. When they bring up Nana and Pop Pop's behavior to each other, they justify it. So Nana justifies the diaper with the fact that Pop Pop has incontinence and he's embarrassed. Pop Pop justifies Nana's weird behavior at night with the fact that she's sundowning. Their behavior just continues to get weirder. One day, this woman named Stacy shows up at the house saying that she was a patient at the psychiatric hospital that Nana and Pop Pop volunteer at. So she brought them a cobbler just to say thank you. Nana and Pop Pop come home and Becca and Tyler hear a confrontation between them and Stacy, and then they don't see Stacy leave. Nana and Pop Pop play it off, keep acting super weird. Becca walks in on Pop Pop one day with a gun in his mouth in the shed. Nana is just super fucking creepy. She's running around the house naked at night doing weird shit. Finally, Becca agrees with Tyler that something's not right and they decide to put a hidden camera in the living room. Next day, when they look at the footage, they see that Nana discovered the hidden camera and then tried to break into their room with a knife, but it was locked so she couldn't get in. So when they see that footage, that's finally their last straw and they call their mom. Now at this point, Becca has managed to clean off the camera on her computer so their mom can see them again. They ask their mom to come pick them up because Nana and Pop Pop are acting really weird and Loretta asks, where are they? Becca and Tyler pan the camera to Pop Pop, to which Loretta starts panicking and says, those aren't your grandparents. Are those the people that you've been staying with the whole time? Because those are not my parents. So she calls the cops and immediately gets in her car and drives to pick them up and tells them to get out of the house. Becca and Tyler go to leave the house, but when they open the front door, they see Stacy hanging from a tree. R.I.P. Stacy. Becca and Tyler try to play it cool, and the grandparents come in and force Becca and Tyler to play Yahtzee with them. During this game, Becca sneaks off to the basement where they told her not to go. And sure enough, she finds the bodies of her real grandparents as well as these uniforms from the psychiatric hospital they volunteered at. So it turns out this Nana and Pop Pop were patients at that psychiatric facility, escaped, and killed their real grandparents and are now acting as them. Pop Pop confronts Becca and just says that they were so excited about you guys. And we learn that this woman posing as Nana actually killed her own children and has been in the psychiatric hospital ever since. So fake Pop Pop thought this would be good for her since she never had any grandchildren of her own. Pop Pop grabs Becca and locks her in a room with Nana, who attacks Becca in a psychotic rage. And then meanwhile, we see Pop Pop go downstairs to Tyler and smear a dirty diaper in his face. Upstairs, a fight ensues between Nana and Becca, but Becca manages to shatter a mirror and then stab Nana to death with one of the shards of glass. And then she runs down to the kitchen to attack Pop Pop, who is attacking Tyler, who is kind of just frozen in fear. Pop Pop starts to get the upper hand on Becca, and that's when Tyler finally snaps out of it. Tyler tackles Pop Pop to the ground and smashes his head in the refrigerator and kills him. Becca and Tyler finally escape outside where their mother and the cops are all pulling up at the same time. Good to see you guys. Everything's good. Like, it's over. So Becca and Tyler go home with their mom. Some time passes, and Loretta decides that she can finally speak on what happened between her and her parents. She tells Becca the story about how when she was young and she started dating her teacher, This caused an argument between her and her parents in which she hit her mother and then her mother hit her, and Loretta left and never came back. They tried to contact her multiple times throughout the years, but she always ignored them. She encourages Becca to not hold on to this anger and resentment towards her father like she did with her parents all these years. The movie ends with Tyler freestyling this rap about their traumatic experience and Becca laughing. So at least they're moving on.